Hey YouTube, how's everybody doing? Free 2010 here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the final Grand Theft Auto 5 car customization video of the Agents of Sabotage DLC. So ladies and gentlemen, this video we're going to be customizing the brand new Invetero Coquette D5 as the final vehicle of the Agents of Sabotage DLC. It's in the sports car category and will set you back $1,730,000 on Legendary Motorsport. And to stay in the Coquette family, it is primarily based off of the 6th generation Chevrolet Corvette. More specifically, what we're looking at here is the base model. Model years 2005 to 2013. Okay. Basically, it's the 6th gen, for want of a better description to make it short, is the 5th generation Corvette. The one from Grand Theft Auto 4, my personal favorite, and the one that pretty much everybody wants before GTA 6 comes out. It's basically an improvement of that. It was lighter, more powerful, more agile. It was basically a C5 and a half, if you will. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, feel free to leave a like if you do enjoy this video at the end. Feel free to subscribe if you wish. Feel free to comment down below. And as always, I truly hope you enjoy. Okay, first things first, let's put on all our performance upgrades on first. Engine. I'll come back to the liveries probably last because I want to explain a few of them. Suspension, I'm going to lower about 2 clicks. Transmission, racing, turbo. I'm actually gonna put a turbo on here. Turbo, and windows. I'm actually gonna go with a more like a dark smoke. And with that being said, let's get into it. There's not much. Don't expect a lot of customization. I've checked it out like months before, since the cars were leaked, and it's all right. Still, I kind of wish it didn't have a cross. Still, part of me wishes that it didn't have a cross plane. A flat crank V8 as the engine note. But honestly, I was actually watching old videos of the GTA4 Coquette from Grand Theft Auto 4 recently, and to me, looking back on that specific one, if you listen carefully, you can actually hear a bit of a flat crank V8 in that one too. So, in a way, while I do think it kind of makes sense for the generation after that to also have one, I personally think the cross-plane V8 used in the 7th generation Corvette model, the Coquette that we have in story mode, I think this probably would have been fit the best in my opinion. But anyway, we got very different exhaust. One thing to know is that the stock exhaust and the twin bore exhaust seem to share the same model. So I don't know. I guess if you want your stock exhaust to spit exhaust flames, I guess you could go with that. But there's really no point, I guess. But anyway, we have the catback exhaust. We have the double exhaust, which is like these, but they kind of go out a bit more and they're cut off slightly. Have them with titanium tips. The double small bore, have them in rounded, which is twins. We have the twin rounded bore, twin exit, twin sharpened bore. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna go with the twin rounded. No, I'm gonna go with the double exhaust right here. Nice to me. Grill, this one the Corvette C6 actually had a couple of grill options. You could actually get it without one, and I guess with a few of these. I think the utility grill is, I think it's the closest to the actual one. The base model, I think, in my opinion, but I'm gonna go with the race grill, the racing grill. the chrome with, or I could go with the chrome with the trim or the center grille. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. And you have different hood options. You have one with vents, which I'm probably gonna go for. You have the race vented hood, which has a vent in the middle, power bulge plus vents on the side. You have one without the sides on the vent, which if you're going for a 2009 to 2013 ZR1 build, this is kind of the closest one you could get without the vanity see-through hood where the power bulge would be. You have the rally package, which I think this is supposed to be a version of the Z06 hood, which I think I'm probably gonna go for now. And then we have the Resto Mod hood, which is a mix of the stock hood with the side vents. So yeah, those are all the different hood options and carbon and secondary paint jobs. Not gonna lie, this is my third favorite Corvette generation. As I stated, my favorite one is the the fifth one from 97 to 2004, the one with the pop-up headlights. My second favorite is the seventh one, which is the OG one we got in GTA 5, and this is the third one, rounding it out. Still a good car. You can actually find some of these in good condition for about well under 20 grand if you know what you're looking. And these are the base models I'm talking about here in the US. If you're gonna go for, like, I don't know, a Z06 or a ZR1, those are gonna be a bit more expensive depending on where you look. But still, it's a great bang for your buck sports car that you can just drive every day. Plus it's got decent aftermarket stuff. So okay, rear diffusers. Okay, kind of wish there was, much like the hood and the splitters, kind of wish there was a primary option. But you have you have them in secondary, plastic, and carbon, and then carbon with the, I believe, the secondary trim. And you have various different styles for that one. I'm gonna go with the plastic lip. I'm probably gonna go for this plastic lip one to match the rear bumper at the bottom. But here are the rest of them. Here's the racing diffusers. Now the competition diffusers, which I think if you're gonna go for like a Corvette C6 GT1 or C6R build, I guess you could do. There's also a secondary utility bumper, which nowadays I think I actually might go for. And then you have the heavy duty bumper. Not gonna lie, gonna go with the secondary. Livery, I'll come back to that after I do the body parts. Skirts, again, secondary, have them in plastic. Have carbon with the secondary trim on the lip, on the edge. The racing skirts, which are actually smaller, and I'm gonna go with the plastic ones here. No, I'm gonna go carbon all the way. I'm gonna go carbon fiber all the way. Kinda make my own Z06. Swell, sort of. Back to the skirts. They got the carbon race trim. Have them with secondary. Have the wing ones. On the wing, secondary wing one with aero bits. And he has the secondary extensions. Splitters, front splitters. Okay, the base model doesn't have a splitter, but every other model after that does have a splitter. Does have splitters. This one is probably like a race car build. This one is from a race car. You have the secondary extended splitter. you have the competition splitter, and you have uh the vented racing splitter. I believe where the fog lights are located on the bumper, where the vents would be located, that kind of would be like the closest you could get to like maybe a Z06/ZR1 build if the vents were positioned underneath the fog lamps, as well if the splitter itself wasn't so big, in my opinion. And then you have different versions of that. Huh. Digital Car Addict actually did a pretty good job with his build. So if you've seen his already, I wouldn't blame you. You saw that one afterwards. Spoiler. Don't expect like too much. I kind of wish that we kind of had a C6R spoiler slash fenders and front flares and whatnot. Cause man, that is probably my favorite version outside of the ZR1. So you have two different ducktails. You have you have this one with sharp edges. You have this one which which has rounded edges, which is the closest you can get to like a ZR1 build, which is probably what I may end up going for, kind of like a Z06 ZR1 hybrid. And then this is practically the closest you're going to get to having a race car spoiler with the sports spoiler. And then you have these. And then you have the GT wing. And you have the race wing after that. Yeah, but that being said, let's go to the respray, and let me change this color from yellow, from black. Honestly, this is one of the only cars I would probably drive if it was silver, but honestly, if the C5 generation comes out before GTA 6, or even after GTA 6 comes out and we actually get it, it's probably going to end up, that one is probably going to end up this color. When it comes to the C5 or C6 generations, in my personal opinion, if I were to own these cars in real life, they're either going to be red, silver, white, black, or yellow. Speaking of yellow, I am going to go with a gloss race yellow for the primary, which also colors the stitching. The secondary color just paints everything else in whatever color you have, but I'm gonna go with the yellow and black for the secondary to contrast. You can't really see it, but let me go back to the splitters, and yeah, here's the secondary right here. Oh wait, no, those are the splitters. I'm sorry, I was painting. Oh yeah, you can see the secondary color. I'll go carbon fiber. And okay, now last but not least, the mirrors. Did I do those? No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna keep the mirrors stock as they are. Go to the wheels last. And now the liveries. Okay, so yeah, the black stripes here, which I think is a trim level to the GT1 Championship Edition. If it was in this color, you have it in white here. And then you got the classic racing stripes in blue and white. You have the stoplight racer graphics. And I think this is I think the stripe on the front left fender, I believe that's a reference to the Grand Sport, I think. And then we have probably my favorite, the bounty hunter detailing. If for any audience member or viewer that may be watching this that grew up playing Need for Speed Most Wanted 2005 or Need for Speed Carbon, this is referencing the character Sergeant Cross in those games. He was a cop in Most Wanted, and he drove a Corvette C6 with this particular livery on it. And if you would reach heat level 5, which is the equivalent of 5 stars in GTA, you wouldn't just be chased by him, which is rare. You would be chased by his own police unit, which are all souped up C6 Corvettes with wide bodies and side exhaust. And keep in mind, those were his guys that you were going up against. And man, if you were getting chased by those cops, you were kind of screwed unless you got yourself out of there. I rarely got chased by him, coming from experience, because I would always dip out at heat level 4. And that's when they would start putting out spike strips and whatnot. They had, and in heat 4, they were using undercover GTOs, not the Corvettes. Man, those Corvettes were nightmares. But man, was it fun. Next up, you have the forgive me for going on that bit of rant. It just unlocked a memory for me. And also the bounty hunter, he was a cop in Most Wanted, but when Carbon came out in 2006, about a year after, he actually became a bounty hunter and drove a Z06 Corvette at the same time. Z06 Corvette, which replaced his cop car. In fact, he actually drove 3 in the cutscenes of Most Wanted. While the car was in the game, you never did see it. He actually drove a C6R in the cutscenes, a wide body police spec vet in the game, but in Carbon he drove a Z06. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that. Anyway, next up we have Sprunk Racing. We have Zero Racing, which is based off the racing livery of the C6R, championship winning C6R, which is what I'm gonna go for. And last up we had to have the faded camo. And so, with the exception of the wheels, this is it. Not gonna lie, I like how this came out. Wheels. Finally. Wait, hold up. Let me go back and change the sport. Oh yeah, okay. This is probably the closest you're gonna get to like a race car if you put this spoiler on. Still, I kinda wish it had side exhaust options. I would have loved to make a C6R. Anyway, wheels. These 5 spokes are only found on the base model. Yeah, they actually look good, but if you actually switch them, and they do come with a unique tread, but if you switch them out, you actually get bigger wheels. And if you're trying to go for like a C6 ZR1 build, even though they do not come in chrome, the ice storms here are your best option here. And so that's the wheel I'm gonna go for, and I am probably gonna paint them in black to go with. I'm gonna paint them carbon black to go with my carbon fiber kit, the splitter, side skirts, the rear diffuser, and the spoiler. Tires, tire enhancement, bulletproof tires. Wait, you know what? Ooh, okay. And I'm also gonna go with atomic yellow. The atomic yellow. And that's gonna do it for my build. Alright, now let's take this thing for a test. Now let's just exit the workshop, take this thing for a test drive. And as always, I hope you enjoyed. So, as I stated in the in the beginning. If you did find yourself enjoying, feel free to like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. And as always, I hope you enjoy. Next video after this is gonna be my garage tour, 2025 car garage tour. So yeah, so feel free to hit the subscribe button if you want to see that. It's probably gonna come out tomorrow after this recording. So, and hopefully I won't have to split it up into multiple parts like I did the other one. So yeah, if you missed the first one, no need to watch that one. You could just watch the 2025 one whenever it comes out. First things first, let me go over here and pop the hood. Well, actually, just open up everything. And with that, I just want to thank you guys for watching, and as always, I hope you enjoyed. See you later. In terms of performance, also I forgot to mention, Bruffy hasn't Bruffy 1322 has not tested this car yet because he has had a baby. Him and his wife have had a baby, so I doubt if he's watching this, but if he does happen to pass by, happy birthday, Adam, to you and Xerxes, and happy to baby 1322. I wish you the best of luck, man. This thing's got some good speed and grip. Wow. Man, I'm flying. I think I'm gonna go back and put on the vented ones after I also put on a missile lock-on jammer for this thing. Ooh, or do I go with yellow lights? Hopefully the C5 generation will come out soon. If not, next update before GTA 6. Anyways, later y'all.